all the programs which we have written for the platform independent programming, but in Java, there are three types of variables. When we consider the Java, there are three types of variables. One is called as local variables. Then the other one is instance variables. The third category is called as class, so static variables. First of all, we'll consider the local variables. If we take the local variables, local variable, it's a variable defined inside method, inside a method, right? Now you know what is a method. If a variable is declared in local variables, then if you still are not familiar with the term constructor and the use of it, but if the variable is declared inside the constructor or block, then that falls under local variables. Then the variable will be declared and initialized within the method, and the variable will be destroyed. Right? Then local variables lifetime or existence is only limited to the declared place. Then its applicability is also limited to the declared place. Then we'll move on to the instance variables. These are the variables which are existing within a class but outside any method. Right? Sometimes if you have referred to the programs or programming materials which are available on the internet or other learning materials, then you may have seen this. Instance variables are declared within a class, but it is not belonging to a particular method. Then these variables are initialized when the class is instantiated. Then instance variable can be accessed from inside any method, constructor or block of that particular class. Right? Instance variables, accessibility and applicability is applying for the entire class. Right? You can apply and you can use the variable within the class anywhere in the declared class. Then the third category is class or static variables. These are variables declared within a class outside any method, but the difference is those are declared with the static keyword. Right? Those are the three types of variables used in Java program. Then we'll come to the next term, that is field variables. These are variables that are declared as a member of a class or declared outside any method or constructor within the class. It's another term used for those type of variables, right? This is just a generic name. Depending on the place of declaration, you can call a variable as a field variable. Right? Field variable is not a type of a variable. Depending on the declared location, you can consider. Then the next one is the constructor, right? Before moving into that, I will discuss that later, right? Then I will stop sharing the screen. For that purpose, I will use the NetBeans software. Then I will share the NetBeans with you. Then we'll create a project. File, go to new project. Then select Java application. Click next. Project name. We'll have the project name as exams with today's date. This year 2021. Right, then the location to save is in the D drive. Then I will change the name of the class. Name of the main class to exam details. After changing, after entering the name, click finish. Then you will be directed to this source editor window, source window. Then there you can find this main method and those things because it's the main class. Right. Then I will remove these unnecessary parts because these comments are not required for me. This is the main class. This is called as a main class because it's having the main method, right? Then after saving this file, I will add another class to this project, right? I will go to file, then select new file. Project is selected by default, then select Java class as the file type, then click next. Then I have to enter the class name. This time I will use the class name as student results. Right, when you are giving the class name, now you can see student results. Usually it comes with two words, right? When you are naming classes in Java, you have to obey some rules declared by the software. One such rule is you can't leave spaces. To denote that there are two words, then you can use underscore. Otherwise, just use capitalization, right? And also, you have to start the class name using a alphabetic character, right? Better to use first alphabetic character in capitals, right? Then after that, click finish. Right, then this is my project, right? Exam. Now can you hear me? If not, please tell me.
Yes, madam.
Okay. And then earlier what I have done is I have entered field variables, right? These are called as field variables. Then I have declared 4 field variables. One is full underscore name, then other one is exam underscore name, third one is exam underscore score, right? Then fourth one is exam underscore grade, and these things have been declared under the student are not belonging to any particular method, right? Then these are called as field variables. Another term. Then I am going to show field variables, right? Then first I will use the exam details class. Then I am going to create an object from the student results, right? Then the class name is given as student results. Then the other one is object is a student. Assign what? New student. After that, close the put a set of brackets, then put a semicolon there. Right? Then what is the object here? Now name what is the object used in this class? Here on a object, what is the object here? Now you can hear me, huh? Can object in this exam details class? These objects several times, right? Please remember that a student is the object, right? I don't know whether you have understood this or not. Anyway, if you are not making any sound, then that doesn't give me any understanding about your knowledge, right? Sometimes you may know, sometimes you may don't know, right? I have given time to ask questions if you have any questions. And get an understanding about your knowledge, right? Then this is the object. A student is the object which I am going to access the student results class. Are you there? Now the sound is working, right? Right. Then going to use this object. Say a student dot. Now you can see that field variables are displaying in the pop-up menu, right? This is a pop-up menu. Then I am going to set the values for these. I will select the exam name, assign pb.net. After that, put a semicolon here. After that, I will create another string variable called as exam. Assign a student dot. Now we can see these field variables are displaying in the pop-up menu. Then select exam name, put a semicolon there. Then finally print the assigned value. Right, this is actually setting values for properties, right? Then I will print the property there. To print something, then we have to use system.out.println. But we were entering this code here, right? Then I want to print the vb.net. Then to print the vb.net, I have to use what? Exam. And if you want, you can add some more parts here. Say exam name. Plus exam. Then after that, you can save the program and run it. But then you can see that exam name is displaying as vb.net. Right? This is right. Then you have to take down the programs. First of all, better to take down this student results class. Take down this student results class first. Now, when you look at these 4 variables, you can see that these have been declared as global variables. That's why we can use these field variables in another class. Right? If a variable is declared as global, then that variable can be accessed from anywhere. Right? I think you have finished taking down the program. Then after that, I will I will show you the exam details class. Right, please take down the coding lines available in the exam details class. I think now you have finished taking down the program. Then according to the declaration, these field variables So the instant variables in the student results class have been declared as global, right? That's why we could easily use those in the other program without getting assistance of another thing, right? For the time being, I will call it as another thing, right? Then declaring field variables as global is not a good practice. Therefore, always we have to take necessary steps to declare field variables or the instance variables which are accessible only to that declared class. Right? Make the accessibility of the field variables or instance variables to the called as private. Right? Then I will declare. Now what I have done is I have declared all these field variables as private. Then you can see that exam details class is displaying with errors, right? This red colored symbol is there. When I click on this class, you can see the field variables. The locations which I have used field variables all are displaying with the red underline. Then what is the reason behind this? Why those things are displaying with the red underline? Now students give me an answer, right? If it's wrong, even I can understand and I can get an idea about this thing. Why these things exam underscore name is displaying with the red underlining now? මේ ඔයාලා මේක මේ වෙලාවේ කරන්නේ නිදා ගන්න එකද? Please tell me, right? If you are sleeping, there's no point of talking with you. Why always you keep your mouth shut? First of all, tell me whether you have understood the coding line. Then මේ program එක තේරුණාද නැද්ද? තේරුම් නැත්නම් කියන්න. තේරුණාද නැද්ද? තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් කියන්න, right?
Hari, madam. Hello.
මොකක්ද කියන්නකො? තේරුණාද? නැද්ද? අයියෝ. ඔයාලට කවුරු හරි කියලා තියෙනවද උගන්නනලාට කතා කරන්න එපා කියලා ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇහුවම? එහෙම කවුරු හරි කියලා තියෙනවද? ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇහුවාම උත්තර දෙන්න එපා කියන. දැන් field variable කියන එක තේරුණාද නැද්ද? යෝ. ඇහෙනවද මම අහන ප්‍රශ්නේ? field variable එක තේරුණාද නැද්ද? field variable කියන වචනේවත් ඇහුණාද කිව්වද? I don't know what these people are doing. Right, anyway, if you are not continuously responding, I will carry on the lecture, right? You can see that there are a lot of difficulties when they will anyway, okay, right. Right, then there are a lot of difficulties of transferring these softwares through these right, Zoom software, right? Anyway, now I have written this program up to this extent, right? Then I will delete these last 3 lines. I will delete these last 3 lines, right? Instead of deleting, I will make these 3 lines as comments. Then I will add a student, then dot, right? Now you can see that the field variables are not coming to the pop-up menu, right? Because we have declared those things as private, therefore they are not globally accessible. That's why they are not coming to the pop-up. Then I will stop sharing this Netins with you. Then I will again move on to the percentage. Right. First of all, please go through the slide. Right. If we take the constructor, then constructor is used to initialize an object when it is created, right? In okay, I hope now you know what is an object. Right, you were discussing about this thing, the constructor, right? Then the constructor is not having explicit return type, right? From that point, the constructor will be different from a method. Usually, a method has a return type. In return types, but constructor doesn't have any return type. Then the constructor is used to give initial values to the instance variables defined by the class, or to perform any other startup procedures required to create. Right, we were talking about this default constructor. Then Java will automatically provide the default constructor which initializes all member variables to 0. But once you define your own constructor, the default constructor is no longer used. After you declare a constructor, the default constructor will vanish. Then this is the syntax of a constructor. Class name, then constructor's name is class name. Right? You have to put a set of bracket at the end of the constructor's name. Then there are two types of constructors in Java. One is called human constructor, other one is called as parameterized constructor. We were talking about this no argument constructor. It will not accept any parameters. Then example is given on the right hand side. Public class, my class, then int num is declared, then my class, num assigned 100. Right? This is used to initialize the fixed values for all objects. The instance variables of a method will be initialized with fixed values for all objects. Right? That's about the no argument constructor. And the next one is parameterized constructor. Then parameters are added to a constructor in the same way that they are added to a method. Just declare them inside the parentheses after the constructor's name. Right? Then example is given on the right hand side. Class, my class, then in X is declared as the first line. Then my class int I. Int I is the parameter, then X assigned I. Right. Then we move on to the next slide. That is constructor overloading. Already we have discussed about method overloading. But we are talking about constructor overloading. Then it is the concept of having more than one constructor with different parameters list. Right, all these constructors have been named with the class name demo, right? But they have different parameters. First one is without parameters. Second one is having a string parameter. Then third one is having int parameter. And that's how you can apply constructor overloading to a program. I think that's the end of the presentation, right? Then after that, I will share the NetBeans with you. Then we'll use the constructor. Then I will move on to the student results class. I have declared this instance variables or the field variables as private. Then I am going to use the constructor to assign values for these variables. Right, then how to declare the constructor? It should have the same name of the class. Right, then name of the class is student results, then constructor is having the same name of the class, then say results. Then put a set of brackets at the end. And this is the constructor. And after that, enter set of brackets. Then I am going to pass values to the field variables. For that purpose, I will use the parameters string name, comma, string grade. Right, then after that, say full underscore name, assign name. Then exam underscore grade, assign what? Grade. Right. After that, save the program. Then I will move on to the exam details class. Right, there I have created an object called as a student. Right, then within this set of brackets, I will assign two values. Two string values here. One is called as summon. Then put a comma, say grade as A. Right. Now you can see that no underlining is appearing here, right? Right, this is what you can see, because we have assigned some values to the field variables through the constructor. Therefore, this a student object is now displaying without any underline. Then as the next task, I am going to set some default values for the field variables. Right, instead of passing values through this mechanism, I am going to assign some values, default values to the field variables. Therefore, I will move on to student results class again. Right, already I will remove these parameters. After that, full underscore name, then say no name given. Say no name. Then exam underscore name. Essay unknown. Then underscore grade. Again, we'll say unknown. Right, these are the default values assigned for these field variables. Then I will add a method to the student results class. Right. I have finished setting default values for the field variables. Then create a method. Method is string full name. Then pass a parameter string and say full underscore name. Name. After that, if this is a method, then it has to return the value, right? Then it will return what? Full underscore name. Right, this is a new method called as full name, and it has string variable called as a name between the round brackets. The method doesn't do a this has been declared as a test method, right? Then it will set a value for the full name field and return that field. Then this will be the new value for the full underscore name, right? functionality of this method by going to the exam details class. Right? After entering all these things, save the class and go to exam details class. Right, now you can see this again, this coding line has got underlining. Then I will use only the name, right, because date thing is not there. Right. Sorry, I will remove all these things. I have to remove all the things. After that, I will remove these coding lines, unnecessary things, commented outlines. Then say I will declare this name, assign a student. Dot. Now you can see full name is displaying in the pop-up list. Then select full name. Then I can give the name. I'll say someone. Then I want to print this name, right? Say system.out.println. If I want to print the name, then use S name. Right, after that, save the program. Now what we have done here is, in this program, I am calling the full name method of our student object. Right? Then I am handling this summon. Handling the value summon to the method. Right? Full name method. Then this will be the value for the full name. Full underscore name field. Right? Summon is the value passed for the field variable full underscore name. Right, then I will save the program and run it. Now you can see someone is displayed, right? To give more clarification, I can add this line. Full underscore name. Plus save. Right, this is just a simple method written to show the functionality of declarations and those things. Right, then better to take down these things, right? As the first task, please take down the student results class. Now actually you don't have to, we haven't used these things anyway. In the later stages, I will use these things. Anyway, better to take down the entire class, right? I think you have finished taking down this variables part, right? Then I will move the cursor down. Some noise or sound is coming from inside, right? This top sound coming from my side, right? To finish taking down the program, or else do you need some more time to take down it? Taking down the program, then we can move on to the next class, main class, right? Then I think now you can, when I click on this button, you will be able to see data. Then I will click on this exam details class. Then please take down the main class, that is the exam details class. I think now you have finished taking down the program. If you have any questions regarding the written program, you can, if actually, I think you have finished taking down the program, right? Therefore, I will stop sharing NetBeans first. I will give 1-2 minutes time. If you have any questions, please ask now. Right, if there are no questions, I will give this exercise, right? This is just an exercise. How to show it? If I enter this here, I will enter this question here. This is just, this is a question, right? Write a Java method to find the smallest number among 3 numbers, right? This is the question. Then I will, I have sent the message to all. I can see that some students have been already logged out from the meeting. Anyway, this is the question, right? Then in this question, your program should be able to accept three numbers from the users. That means you are not allowed to declare the values in the program. The user should be able to provide three values to the program, and through the method the program should be able to find out the smallest number among three numbers. Right? Please take down this question. When I will stop sharing, first as the first task, I will stop recording. Then please practice the things which I have already given you and try out the question which I have given you. Right? Today also we have discussed about methods. Last week also I have discussed about the methods. Next week I will be continued today's written program. Therefore, please make use of time. Right? Around 1 hour is remaining to do all these activities. Please enter the codings and check. And otherwise, next week lesson will be useless for you. Right? Today I have discussed some considerable amount, but I haven't completed the task because I am conducting all these things through online. I can't see your faces as well, therefore can't get an understanding about your knowledge or your understanding, whether you have understood these things or not. If I may ask a question also, very rarely people answer, right? Anyway, please try out these things. If you have any questions, now it's time because recording has been stopped. Then I saw that the university's website was having a message saying that loans are providing for students to purchase laptops, right? Suddenly I saw that message. Those who are struggling without a computer, I think you will be able to get the advantage of that. Hope you have seen it. Right? Anyway, you can't learn programming without a computer, right? Right, then I will finish the meeting for today.